That was a close one. Huh, Mia? Really? Too bad, I'm sorry I missed it. Maya, so what happened? Well, I think I got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, get going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow's the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's a new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system they decided to speed the whole process up. So under the system, the trials end in 3 days? Pretty much. Well, we have no time to waste. What year is this taking place in? I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? This is great, we're like catching her up on what just happened. Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we had to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always excitable? This is great. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. Oh, you got it. How does he feel about having Jackhammer almost blame you for it or something? I guess he still got blamed in the end, but being double crossed by your co-worker, co-star, actor, whatever. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. You could stop looking so vulnerable too. Oh, hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yeah. No, there's not really anything I can do to help. Haha. And I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. So, producer, can you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? I don't know how to say her name still, and I probably never will. Oh, the producer, she's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius. She's been at the Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing, forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Are you kidding me? At least tell me the rumors. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight to video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eyes. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name is Sal Manila. I hear he's pretty much all at her beck and call though. Whenever he says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Another one really, right? I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. When he just stopped talking about it he stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in the little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to the sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. Ooh, connection? Connection? You don't look all that mad right now. Alright, nothing, no talking either, old bag? Are you still about that thing yesterday about not talking to me? Old would make sure it's quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think your guard's down. Hey, yeah? I bet we could eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Okay. Ooh, she's alive. Yeah, what's up with you? I was wondering about Diva, the producer. The studio's bigwigs love her, so she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Yeah, do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal, he's a pushover. Soft. Does whatever Viscus tells him to. Treats him like dirt, but I bet he likes it. Oh, is he into that? Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? Oh, poor Maya. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Matt. Poor Phoenix. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you'd drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget it. She really pissed this time. Listen to me, whippersnapper, my poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal powers as a costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low, it's impossible. I want to know about that. Let's go employee area first. Let's go Wright. Who's in here? Is it the assistant? Yes, they're not filming today either. I didn't want to see them filming just one time. The trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see the film later. I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any clues lying around. Uh-oh. Gumshoe. No touching. I haven't seen you in 2 days. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack. I guess it can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique, indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on the table. Are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Alright. What you got? Anything? So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills. See, if there's traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Yeah, let's see it. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. He was drugged. There are sleeping pills on the plate. Looks like it. Good to know. How goes your investigation? Besides that, to tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case that we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How's Edgeworth doing, anyway? Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed the paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Yeah, you telling me. Ah, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened with the empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim jackhammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like one of the who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. I was right. Well, man. Thanks. Oh, hello. You just sitting in your penny? What are you doing in here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore. What? Why? WP's innocent. Yeah, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but... This week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! Oh, that's the biggest news yet. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On that day to the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. Yes, the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Will Powers was talking about a rumor earlier too. Yeah, Mr. Diva, the producer, has some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. Ugh. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new Studio 2. Some sort of accident occurred during filming. After that, they never used the Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. Film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Oh, what do you mean the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Honestly, yeah, at this point, one of the main cast is dead, and the actual, like, main star is the suspected murderer. That'll be on his file forever, and even if he isn't the murderer, yeah, you never know. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear the Global Studio is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. Sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all of this ever happened. They want it quiet, so you understand? How can they just do that? What about the kids who love Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll just be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah, I think the evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. And this is a fan collection of all these collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just for some adults, so adults can save face. I think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about the accident 5 years ago. Okay. Ooh, it's silent. Could you tell us? Alright, that changed. That changed fast. Can you tell us about what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died. It was an accident, of course. Anyway, producer Miss Diva managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer wouldn't do anything. Mr. Hammer would do anything Diva asked him to. It was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what happened to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know? I'll try asking her if she'll talk. She's probably told not to talk at all. But thank you for the dirt. Hey Gumshoe, you know that there was a murder here, manslaughter earlier, 5 years ago? What are you still slinking around? If you like this place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to find to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. He's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? Alright. So about 5 years ago, what happened? I want to ask you about 5 years ago. Oh, who Who did you hear that from? Nichols? Nicholas? Nick, Penny, Nichols? That assistant we talked to? Oh, alright. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during Penny and Nichols? It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? What whippersnappers. Judging him jerked on someone past like that, and the recently departed no less. I suppose you think this is fun. I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole the Powers costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? Sorry, Mr. Oldbig, but I do have proof. Proof that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. This? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Oh, well, yes, so... This is the plate that he used to eat the steak. There are traces of sleeping pills powder on the plate. I bet Powers put it in there himself. Even a lightweight like him might have trouble sleeping sometimes. Except I have proof that Mr. Hammer put the pills in. The bottle contained sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Oof. When the crazy old ladies calm down and just face the music, oof. Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbeg, you're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. A photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? She has ties to the mafia. She silenced the paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Hold on a minute. Here, take this. A photograph? Oh! Oh! It's the fucking broken ass fence that I was trying to look at before. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in the studio too? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the actor that the man fell into the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. Don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. Oh my god. Thank you, Oldbeg. Thank you. So we're gonna have to get a run-in from Salmonella and Diva, right? Think back to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume, then he left from here to go to Studio 2, right? But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. We can't go to Studio 1, right? Yeah. Not like we would need to anyways. So apparently have connections to the mafia. You wanna know? You wanna talk about that? Hey Nick, it's Miss Diva. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hello. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she has to say, apparently. Yeah, you know what? Fuck off. Let me see this. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close to that fence. Looks dangerous. Never mind then. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. And my Fae blood speaks to me. I know it, I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer by yourselves. Oh dear. You know what? I think I'll do just that. Let's go to the trailer. This isn't a trap. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. Guess she's still in the hive and getting that rare card she needed. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, anything in the trash? There's some paper cups and crumpled up documents. What are those documents? Well, they had a meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Looks like they're designing a set to use Steel Samurai show. They got some figures for how much the set cost. Can't believe they spend this much money on those sets. There's really nothing in here. Folder's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. Typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. I think that's it. Glass is frosted, they can't see the outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. Oh boy. Alright, let's go back. Presents. Hey, what's this? Not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Mr. Oldbag, Nick. Right, anyway. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used to control Mr. Hammer. The winds. Uh-huh. It's gotten stronger, don't you think? What the fuck? What are you on? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Alright then. Just leave her. You came. Oh, then what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez? You're using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from here anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour on its own accord. But you're the cause. You pressured him. More like you exploited it. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me, what is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be? Why would it be if it wasn't an accident? She set it up herself. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Really? Can you prove it? Just think, would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. Oh, did he? Oh, why would he do that? Security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand. She did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter who needed is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence. Uh-oh. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? Uh-oh. A trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? It's Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that. Where you going? So long, friends. Boys, or race away. Hold it right there. Gumshoe to the rescue. I heard everything, pal. Diva, you're coming down to the precinct right with me now. Dude, is fucking Gumshoe gonna take out all 4 of these guards? By himself? Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in courts. I'll be looking forward to it. You know what? Me too. Gumshoe, you saved our lives. And also, you are... Since we first met you, you've gotten a lot better over time. Just slowly getting better and better. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, I've wanted to say that one ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? Diva. To be continued. Here we go.